Hey everybody, Asher here, and it is time for more Starsector. Man, that feels good to say. I do want to go ahead and dive in and start by saying we have a clean slate in a way. As far as I know, nobody's attacking us, nobody's coming after us. We are just tucked off in our own little corner of the Persean sector here. I mean, sure, we had a few things that happened between here or there. But right now, I mean, other than like some colony threats, everything's kind of okay. Since the last episode, and it has been a little while, actually the longest layoff I've had in this series since reviving it, and the longest layoff on the channel since then, but that is, like I said, largely work-related. We have been reworking the fleet, and as you may see from the end of last video to now, we have some new names for some ships. Another ship that I actually put in here because I realized, oh crap, I'm not actually piloting anything. We have a lot of things in the custom production queue that is still coming forward, and we actually have another contact that I need to visit that I haven't visited in a little while because we need to buy some weapons from you if you actually have weapons for us. She doesn't always have weapons, although usually she should. So we'll see that, but first, like I said, I wasn't happy with some of the auto designs, so we're going to just play through those a little bit first. But let's look at our new ships here, and we did get some fantastic suggestions for names here, so keep them rolling if you want to bring those in here. Right now, let's just, you know what, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. Let's start from the top here. We do have the Starskipper, which is currently being piloted by Darrow of Lycos. And I did make some significant changes to the ship. It still has all of these horrible demods, which hopefully over time, due to our captain skills, will get repaired here, as much as I want to add things like best of the best and some of this other stuff here. We'll get there when we get there. But for now, some of the things that I've done to change this are really try to make it a little bit more focused on what it's doing. I honestly like the Nexerelin launchers, and the game originally put them in as a linked fire. I've changed them to alternating, and it's had much better results. So let's run a simulation here. I know some of this is just like, what are we doing here? We're supposed to be building, playing, but this to me is part of the playing. There's some tweaking that I do off camera, and I know this is one of the benefits of if I were to say stream this, you all could see this live on Twitch. The reason I don't stream Starsector is that the tiny text gets very hard to read, even if I'm streaming at 1080p, because I can't do it I have to do it at a certain bit rate, and that bit rate makes this harder to see. So anyway, we're here, we're firing, and what's going on that's different this time is that we have a lot of flux, but we're actually, by firing all these lasers and having some guns fire on here, we're actually putting a lot more pressure on the conquest than we were before. Like I said before, this kind of ship is one that I want to be able to beat up these kind of ships, and you can see our little missiles are constantly firing and firing little tubes of crap out here. We're just constantly putting pressure on. It works pretty well, much better than the guns I had on here previously. So I mean, overall this is working out pretty well. Once again, Starskipper, name suggested by Wild Wolf. I really like the suggestions y'all had for names. Good show for stuff here. So I think that's pretty much in the bag. That's the ID. That's the ID here, but we want to move on here. Next is Electronic Donek, which was suggested, I believe, by Pun3U. I apologize if that's a name here. You saw before that tactical lasers is what the game put on here. I still have a Vulcan cannon down here for some point defense, but I have leaned into the Laidlaw of Mash drivers, easily one of my favorite weapons of the game. Still sad that I didn't get that blueprint and had to sell it, but it's fine. I thought about changing the package here, but I chose not to. So let's just do a quick simulation to show just how much this has kind of changed, because things are a little funkier now than they were before. We'll do this kind of against a 1v1 versus a Dominator, and don't underestimate the Dominator. If you're playing the vanilla game, Dominator is a very good ship. It's a very good 1v1 brawler, and this is a ship that first off, the AI wants to very aggressively get in here, and you can see we still have the lasers that are firing. We have the Laidlaw shots that are firing, and yeah, overall, it's just we're able to out pressure the ship that's supposed to be pressuring here. Now we do have a few flux issues, but one of the things you got to keep in mind for these kind of tests is I'm just wanting to make sure things are going okay. And you can see those Laidlaw accelerators are starting to do just some serious chip damage. You don't even call that chip damage. That's just a lot. Save that thought for later. Yeah, but overall, once again, this is there's not a lot of 1v1 fighting that happens in Starsector, so this is a test that's only kind of some limited appeal. Oh, one of the other mods that I put on here, I actually didn't talk about this very much. Shield conversion front. I'm a firm believer in this now. It actually gives it a 360-degree shield arc. It makes the shields much more flux efficient. I'm a big fan. Meanwhile, the Star Skipper, I did build in hardened shields and heavy armor, just because those are two big ticket things that'll help with the survivability. It actually comes with reinforced bulkheads, which makes sense because we just found this floating in space. One of the things that's very important, though, I did want to put ballistic rangefinder on here, but unfortunately, because these are hybrid slots, that didn't really work very well. They need to be specifically ballistic slots. So I went with extended shields to increase the shield arc up to a kind of necessary amount, to be honest. ECCM package. I got to make sure I put the right one in here because ECM package is nice, but this helps these little small missiles survive and actually deliver their payload, plus the siege cannon that's in here as well. And then integrated targeting unit is just good stuff. We also have My Neighbor Pedro, which was suggested by, I really meant to highlight these before, and I apologize. But this one was P2DW. I mean, obviously, we have another crab named the Chickinator, suggested by, oh my gosh, I really should have highlighted these beforehand, Pokebone J2. I mean, My Neighbor Pedro and Chickinator, I'm not exactly sure if these ships will work. I just wanted crabs in here. Plus, if you're ever like on the beach and just want to hunt some crabs, just tie some chicken to a string and put it in the bay and see what happens. Well, okay, that's not true for every beach, but if you like crabs, also biological hull, this should regenerate. So hopefully you guys will do well here. We have Twist of Cain from Rock Forehead, which is not being piloted by Rock Forehead, but Bobby B for now. And once again, just remember we have a lot of things that are in the build queue that we will be adding as well. So there's room for more ship names, such as Choppa Man, being piloted by Joe Steele. And then we have the HMS Space Brick, which I hope, Extra Raven, when you said make all of these HMS names, you meant every single name that you suggested. This looks like a space brick, so that's good. And then we also have the Wingless Pigeon. This is a ship that I was like, well, you know what? This is the one that you find out randomly. It's like, oh, it has Project Kashmir attached to it. I thought I'd do the keep it simple, stupid method here. It has a lot of hull. It doesn't have a lot of armor. It does have Loztech engineering. I did put a point defense arc emitter on here instead of building in some other stuff because this is pretty much a point and shoot ship. You point at the thing and it dies. Now this is a destroyer, so I'm not supposed to be leading the charge with this. And you know I am great at killing destroyers, which is why I have reinforced bulkheads on here. But if we look at it versus a hammerhead, which is also a really good ship, we have these are remnant. I forget if they're ion beams or graviton beams, but that's why they have that funky green color. And then we are already like fluxing the shit out of this thing. So I want to give it a little bit of range to engage, and then we drop the Kashmir on it. And yeah, if you know what Project Kashmir is, you know what's coming next. That's not a lot of health left, and that's arcing damage as well. Maybe we'll get one more shot in here. There we go. And that actually scared one of my cats, so that's extra fun. But yeah, this is another just exciting ship that's here. It does actually have a 20-degree shield arc, technically. But like I said, why would I always be piloting ships with no shields? We know how that goes. But yeah, I'm still going to do it anyway. Keeping some things empty. This is going to be a test of can I control myself piloting, because we need all of these vents and potential capacitors there. And then we have, because one of the wheel rolls earlier was that we need to have some horribly named ships. Normandy is not one of them. Normandy brought in by Shadow Wolf Rising. I think we're going to have some very good ships here with the, oh my god. And you know what's great about this is that I was told before how to pronounce this faction's name, and I forgot to put the pronunciation guide in front of me. But yeah, these ships are really good. Bigger question though, some of the question mark ships like De Jour and Hansen and NSYNC as a glimmer, 98 as a glimmer, Backstreet as a glimmer. We've gone from the Spice Girls to the 90s and boy band groups, and which one of these is not like the others? Hansen obviously not the same as these guys, but there's only so many. And then De Jour, if you know, you know. If you don't know, watch the movie modernization remake of Josie and the Pussycats. Very underrated. And that has some very familiar faces, as you might well see. Anyway, we're here. Should we be flying? We're going to go to Karkotaka first. One great comment that I got that says that, you know what, I could go ahead and put the cryorhythmic engine in the patrol HQ. So let's go ahead and we actually have the patrol HQ there. So let's do a quick thwip over here. Actually, we're going to do this thwip first. We don't have a lot of supplies. We need more supplies. We need to sell some stuff, so we're going to need to do some econ things. We actually need to put some of our goods back in storage as well, because I did unequip things. We do actually still have enough crew, so that's good. No more crew in storage, but let's safety crew. I like having a little bit of crew overhead, because you never know exactly what fights we're going to be getting into here. Fuel's okay. If you're ever wondering where all my money goes, it's crap like this. I just constantly will pull into sort of my supply basis and be like, okay, I need to drag a bunch of these with me. Unfortunately, I don't have great places to trade this, although, like I said, we build it more for funsies. Now, we do have some officers that are still in this place, and like I said, we still have some things that are building, and some ship names, such as the Elysium that was called by Akra Troper. So that'll be fun. So if you're thinking about some of these ships, they will build this episode, but I haven't really gotten too much pulled in there yet. So let's go ahead, get the patrol HQ going for this place, because we do want to build this up to a military base here. I could put mining here with the bore drill, but I'm still not sure if it's better for me to just go ahead and replace the patrol HQ now with mining. Or we could always just wait until this grows another size. How close are we to growing, by the way? Colony growth, -3. That's not great. Okay. Freeport decreases stability a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna have to sink some money into this. That's hazard rating 255. Whoops, my bad. So there goes the money that we were making. You can see that our population is a little bit of a problem. It's fine. We'll make some money out of here eventually, but let's go ahead and install this, because on a very hot planet, this will give us a much better just patrol push out eventually, assuming we keep this all together. So upgrade to a military base for 450,000. I mean, we could do that, but I think we keep mining in here for the time being. We're not making a ton of money off of it, but problems for another day. I will decide that later. We also have Hantu Raya that we still haven't colonized. I'm surprised that's the last one we didn't colonize. But on our artificial world, let's look at the comm directory. Let's see if Lenjuma, any work? Snuggling, surplus ore, construction project. So a new base on Gamma Windward star system, 37 light years away. This needs supplies, heavy machinery, metal, transplutonics. And the government may not like it, so be ready for a surprise or two. That's a lot of money. Where is Gamma Windward? This is one of the things that I still wish I could see. But if we're looking at stars, I know they did try to fix some of this by having the little pop-up map appear, but Gamma Windward is a little bit far away. It's to the west. There's no planet data available because we haven't been here. Well, you know, 37 light years, does that give us something to do? Is that a good idea to even do it? That puts us a little bit west. You know, that gives us something to do. We have not explored too much of this area. We have seen Brighton be jerks about stuff with having uninvadable planets that all have magnetic shells. Freaking blah. Anyway, so you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's open the comm directory and construction project. Let's accept. We have heavy machinery. We have plenty of this. We should have some of this, or we should be able to pick it up along the way. The materials need to come from the core worlds, but we don't have enough freight capacity to haul them all the way out there. Well, I do. All right, smuggling operation. 42,000 to bring some harvested organs in there. Not today. Surplus ore, once again, not today. So we can't buy weapons from you right now. Hopefully, if we keep building up this, we will. Hey, work is fun. Anyway, We're here. We actually do have some metals. I don't think we have too much in storage here. Other than, well, hang on. This seems like there should be some stuff here. Is this the thing where we went on to page 2? We did. Okay. Weird. I almost bothered myself for a second. We do have a variable assembler building. So, good. I'm already on top of that. And we can always upgrade that later and put the VPC in. I'm so smart. The other thing is defenses. I kind of want to go ahead and upgrade this to heavy batteries. I know that takes a chunk of money, but I think that's worth my time because right now the 420 reefer defense is not really enough to deter other factions from targeting it, and we're probably going to be getting in some fights with people. So what do we need again? Is we have mercenaries patrolling. It's all very nice. We have a pirate base bounty. Oh, it's so nice. It's completely in the wrong direction. So we may do some other bounties along the way, but let's go ahead and manage the colony. From our storage, we've definitely got 1,000 of these. We definitely almost have enough heavy machinery. I don't know why I suddenly ditched all my heavy machinery. We definitely have enough transplutonics. What else do we need for the shopping venture here? 300 supplies, 150 heavy machinery, 1,000 metals. Yeah, we can just do this now, and we'll probably get in a fight along the way. So that's extra fun, but it's extra money. So let's go ahead and grab some supplies as well. Apparently we don't have enough heavy machinery here, but let's grab 500 supplies for good measure. Let's look at our colonies one more time because somebody's going to be producing heavy machinery. It's you. We were just there. So that's fun. So, see, we don't need all this stuff from the core worlds. We just have it available here. And I really thought I had a drill that I could put in here. I don't think I sold it. I do have some other things I need to sell, like this plasma dynamo. Like I said, some of these things I just don't think I'm going to be using. So if I'm not going to use them, I don't need to squirrel them away. But yay, we're just flying back and forth. Look at us patrolling our own system. Like a boss. It's almost like I didn't have time to play this for almost 2 weeks. Now, it wasn't that I didn't have time. Just to give some real life talk for a minute is that work was horrid, for a want of a better phrase. But then after that, I actually got to go on a much needed vacation with the family, and that was really, really good. So from there, it pretty much just turns into a... You go from... And this is what I said before, is that I didn't really have room to record ahead like maybe I have in the past. Because it's not like I haven't been on vacation in over a year or anything. But there's been times in the past where I was like, okay, well, I can just record a few things ahead and kind of space things out, make it work. No, this time, yeah, it was. I'm barely able to get the work done before I have to shut down my business. We are broke again, so that's fun. We actually just had more items delivered here, so I'm going to keep the fleet light right now. I'm not going to go back for those ships, but we still do have more custom production, and this is going to keep being a something that is going to pull against what we're able to do. Are we custom producing weapons as well? I'm not sure. It looks like it's probably just ship hulls. Okay, well, we're doing this because we need the money, right? Maybe we're going to run into some good stuff. Should probably check and see if there are bounties. Looks like there's not nearby, so we're just going to fly west. I don't know if we can visit Brighton. We could try to visit Yig, but Yig doesn't really want to trade with us right now. So since we have a jet stream to the west, let's go to the west. And suddenly we get all these things. We actually have Twist of Cain repairing its erratic fuel injector. We got to look for those pop-ups here. Because yes, I do have some ships with some D-mods. Skipper, I can't talk. Starsector is definitely the one I want to go to. We have 81 points of automated ships. Electronic donek. Oh, okay. I was about to say, you're only 27 deployment points. That must be because of the officer that's in there as well. Still, we're not losing combat readiness, so that's a plus. Alright, so we're flying. Who's coming after me? You're on a salvage expedition. You're on a chase expedition. I'm on a why am I flying with my radio beacon on expedition. I didn't actually check to see what was new here. We have a bounty, a bounty, a bounty. None of these are withdrawn yet. This actually is pretty close to us, so we will accept this. See, domain error probe withdrawn. Reward for a custom sensor package for a derelict ship. We know what's over there, so yeah. Right, not too much else. Fortunately, did not lose my shit. Okie dokie. And suddenly we're flying in the heat of the night. NSYNC repaired an erratic fuel injector. Well, good job, NSYNC. You are still relevant, and you totally didn't have to combine with other boy bands to fill out your group. That's the way it goes. Okay, that's a big ship. Oh, that's fun. They're neutral with us, and this subordo is just gonna do its thing. You know what? I will let you guys fight it out. We could visit Brighton. I mean, one of my creeds is that I still have to be hostile with Brighton. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get hostile right now. Have we actually? We have not been in this system. So let's take a quick detour. Punch a Brighton in the face. Wow. I need to check and see how fast these repairs are going. Because I seriously thought the skill was just 1 per month. Chance to remove DMod 1 per month from a randomly... Well, it is 1 per month. Apparently the months are flying here. So, remnant fragment, remnant fragment. Well, let's see. We can't do a ton with you yet, but let's fly over here and see what we can do. Because if I can just make the whole Brighton side mad at me, that would be even more better. Like, this is a volcanic planet, so that's fun. You're just regularly patrolling, and you're neutral. So, what's at the dockside bar here? Arms dealer with illegal weapons. I have no money to buy any of this. But, wow, that's a lot of ships. A Jeanne d'Arc. That's a... And a, those cost $1 million? Oh, man, I was thinking they were cheaper. Alright, and I love that the Beetle... Something we'll never see. Like I said, I'll have to do a different thing there. So we have no money. That's a start. Comm directory. We could hire this officer, but we actually don't have room for officers right now. Trade goods. I could sell a plasma dynamo on the black market to make just a little bit of money. I might as well do it here because that's going to piss them off a little bit. So this is fine. This is fine. I don't even know why I'm carrying some of this crap. So you know what? Sell it. Not you, high value prisoner. We have all the things we need. Their defense is pretty low, and for once, it's not actually guarded by anything. It's a 250 hazard rating. So let's go back here for a second. Considering the military options that we have, we could invade. They do have some other people here. If we launch a raid, our raid strength is not very high, but their defense is also not very high. So if we go after some supplies, that's probably worth my time. Because, like, what am I going to do with food? I mean, am I going to throw food at whatever I'm trying to get here? We could get a lot of drugs, apparently, but we're just going to get supplies. Alright, so we lost this things. They don't really like us very much. We actually have to pay our Marines a little bit less now. So let's go ahead and hug a patrol. Hug the patrol. Hey, guys. Okay, we're going to pursue them. Second in command can handle it, and we're going to send the big boys out. Okay, they're dead. Could actually get another glimmer. I think I will. I like these. I like these ships. So we'll take that back. And we got just a few things here with us. And relationship with the Cabal is improved by 5. Due to our impressive victory. 6 story points to spend. One thing I want to know is, are we hostile with Brighton yet? I guess we did all that with our beacon off. I should have turned my beacon on. I can't even get in a fight with Brighton correctly. Okay, let's get down here. You guys are still fighting. Let's just clean this up real quick. Oh, they're... yeah, jerks. We don't want to help Brighton. Okay, well... system malfunction right now, apparently. Okay. One more time. Brighton standing down. Yes. Second in command to handle it. Looks like De Jour and Hansen. Let's bop them. Ship recovery, that's going to be a no. Although the Cerebus is not terrible. And look! Kingdom of Terra is now at war with the Ludic Church too, so... one of the fun parts of joining all the stuff. And look, we got the tiniest commission possible. I love it. Okay. But Kingdom of Terra, they like that very much. Ludic Church just needs to not be hanging out here right now. So now we're going over here. It's going to be great if like the Reuters are building some secret Death Star or something in this area that I'm flying to, or that I somehow didn't grab enough supplies. Am I outrunning the Space Ghost? I'm almost outrunning the Space Ghost. So that's a nice start. I could have actually visited some of these other unexploded systems. I did. It is technically unexploded. So if we go to Rama. What you doing? There's almost like a ABBA thing that I could do with that. But I don't know ABBA enough to know how to sing it correctly. That's more of my wife's thing, which is fine. I know enough to make it useful at parties. And if you know me at all, and you don't, but if you knew me at all, you know I'm terrible at parties. Okay, so we got somebody flying in. And we have a system that we're supposed to be looking at. A irradiated world. It could be you. But we know we're not the only ones in here. So this could be a fight. Or it could be a nothing. Well, we have a desert world. And we got it. We didn't do the check our bounties before we came in here. So I have a feeling there's a pirate base or something up here. Irradiated, rocky metallic. We'll visit the desert world as well. I'm not keen on surveying it unless it looks like there's obviously ruins, because I don't want to mess up my other task. Alright, and it is gonna take some resources to survey this. I think I have survey gear on. Yeah, as long as we're fine. This doesn't actually consume the heavy machinery, I think. It didn't. Making a colony will? Hell no. Although it has a hazard rating of 100 due to an underground network. Fascinating. Hanas has been exploited by mining drones in the past. So it's irradiated, but it's not that irradiated. That's a better world than I expected. Alright, well. Someone else can grab it. We'll fix things eventually anyway. So we went from having money to no money again. That's fun. We are going to be getting our money back here in just a little bit. This looks like it does have ruins, in fact. So let's perform another survey. And we have extensive ruins. Okay, once again, you look for a little space junk floating around on the outside. I've said it like 50 times, but I'll keep saying it because it's one of the important details you need to know for playing Starsector. The salvage crews find some unoccupied sleeper pods. Let's open the pods. And we get some harvested organs. Well, that'll be good for cooking. I mean, that'll be a tragedy here. So we get solar shielding. Wow, just a flat reduction of energy damage. That's really good. And well, I mean, this is a mod I've seen plenty of times before. It also, if we're fighting too close to a star, it doesn't hurt combat radius as much. Then a neural interface. Yeah, that's the thing. This is not quite the big loot haul I was hoping for here, so let's just leave. Alright, your fleet is over cargo capacity. Let's learn these things. We are carrying too many harvested organs. It's really a shame. We're going to be using enough supplies to make it null here in just a second. So back to the map, and we're just going to go up to Gamma. I kind of am curious about what... oh, there's a something over here. It's a cockroach. Well, I gotta know what this is. Access the databanks. I bet that survey data's from the planet I just looked at, so... Tell me what a cockroach looks like. It doesn't look like anything I want. Okie dokie. Cannot double tap that. Okay. So we're gonna burn through those supplies in just a second. And now we just fly up here. Neat. Not neat. Ready for evasive maneuvers. Hey! An unknown fleet is intercepting my fleet. And they... You know, they have a quest marker on them. So I'm going to give them a chance to talk to me here. It's a Shadow Yards fleet that's intercepting my fleet. They are way too strong for me to fight. We do have 6 story points, so I'm not in a position to take these guys on. I mean, if we had our full fleet together, that'd be nice. But I'd at least like to know here. So we got the cool Shadow Yards music here. Look at all these ships. The Chrysabids, very good ship. Shadow Yards has such cool stuff here. So, comm request. Hall Captain, we have evidence that you are smuggling resources on behalf of criminal organization. You are to prove your innocence in this matter by unloading all such material immediately for confiscation. Well, they got our shopping list. Disengage, please. I'd love to blast through y'all, but we're just going to make y'all unhappy. There we go. And we have... Oh! 1 Ordo! 2 Ordos. Well, they can chase down whoever. We just got booped. And see if we can E-burn out of this. There we go. Alright, so... Gamma Wintered. Apparently we found out who we're going to piss off. And it's a group that I'd like to be friends with eventually, but maybe not yet. So... Does that mean they have a colony here that I don't know about? Maybe not. Maybe they've just claimed something at this point. Well, anyway, let's go dark just to be cautious. We have the supplies for it. We don't have the money for it. The Dictat has failed to raid somebody. We've got another big-ass patrol over here. So this may be a big ol' nothing. Because right now we're... Ooh, I actually could see what it was for a second. Do I just try to kite these guys away? Okay, it is an unidentified giant-ass fleet orbiting the target location. Well... Can we sneak up here? Or are they going to actually try to do something here? Plan location for a new station. There's nothing here yet. You need to find the construction fleet and deliver their materials. Well, Pirate Armada. Hey, guys. So you're part of the quest. Thank goodness, because I was really... I mean, standard scrap phase warship. I would love to know more about the Lurker. That's a... That is quite a ship. That is quite a ship. Can we be friends? Got the stuff, get it unloaded so we can get going. Here you go. Look at this. And the pirates like us. We're actually only suspicious with the pirates. I have not been killing a bunch of pirates this time, like maybe I have in other series. Is there some potential there? Clearly we're not going to engage. So, bye-bye. Look! And we have a pirate station just like that, and the pirates are neutral with us. How fun! And we actually lost crew and marines because they'd rather be pirates. Y'all were about to get paid. Somehow, did we lose a ship too? Because I swear we needed more crew than we actually had. You're all here. We are just gonna auto fit you for now. Like so, so that's fine. I don't think we have a spare officer we can put in you yet, so we do have fancy skills for unofficered ships. But yeah, more glimmers are fun. All right, so here we are. It's illegal to sell this even to pirates. Now it's legal. I love that the Starskipper is one of our cheaper ships. All right, so let's go ahead and repair our ships. Doesn't cost that much. Trade goods. Hey, pirates. Would you like this survey data? And this survey data? And this survey data? I think you would. We could probably do better with the harvested organs somewhere else. But hey, we made this. So the pirates don't absolutely hate us right now. I think I might be able to use that to my advantage eventually. Wow, did I just hear a cat break some glass? I don't know. Colonel at a private table. Manicore, definitely a fun name, but we're not going to do it. Rakish woman. Specified location up here. Just north of the core worlds. I don't think that's actually occupied by anybody, so you know what? That's more money we can make. EM shield safe location. Is it going to be like some love diary again? I probably should have read a little bit here. So this is fine. Now the last thing is that we may actually get attacked by something. So before we go, I kind of want to check out and see if Gamma Windward has some other goodies here. But once again, pirates are neutral. Good fences make good neighbors. Shadow Yards may or may not be hostile with us at this point. No, they're just inhospitable. They almost hate us, but that totally has nothing to do with us siding with the Dino Bros. Eternal Brotherhood. HMI Cyanation make a pact with Brighton and the Ludic Church. Okay, so they're even friendlier than they were before. Well, that's fine. It turns out that a series of cascading alliances is making my hostility with Brighton that much more interesting. Although Kingdom of Terra continually trying to do things like peace treaties is part of the reason that going independent may be a better move eventually, but for now, I did see from a comment section that yes, I do need to look at other planets for some of the stuff. I only checked Korik. Some of the other blueprints are probably at like Han, which is their original starting planet. So we will get there. We actually don't need to go here. So where's our other accepted mission? Not the Genesis project. Let's just it's a little bit further north than I expected, but it's fine. It's go fly to new alien worlds and shoot some aliens, I guess. See, we're no longer hostile with Legio Infernalis. It's fine. Everything is fine. Epsilon Windward clearly has a pirate beacon here or something. So let's look at our new bounties. That's no. That's a maybe. That might be a yes. How many days do I have to do it? 40 days. But that's not the expiration date. That's probably a good test for our fleet. All right. So nothing else right now. Let's just go back into the core worlds. It's part of the joy of Starsector. And we're now hostile with Shadow Yards. Okay, cool. United Panman, Dassault-Mikoyan, and Shadow Yards are at war against the Kingdom of Terra. I hate saying this, but this may make some problems with me staying with the Kingdom of Terra. It's like everybody hates them, but oh boy. That was not what I wanted to do. And I saw something ping up here. Who are you? You're a Vic. What kind of fleet? Special Task Group. We don't really need to fight you. If you had like some goods that we could knock off, then I'd totally do it. Because remember, part of our pathos here, wow, we keep burning money from monthly expenses for some reason. It's almost like, oh, you know what I meant to do that I totally didn't do? I meant to assign another governor here. So I need to I need to look for somebody. Since normally this is where I'd start throwing AI cores on things, but I need to be checking bars for administrators. Because that inefficiency is hurting a little bit. But, have we paid off our debt yet? I guess that's one clear question. Unpaid debt is 36. For some reason, we're losing a ton of money. Custom production, weapons and fighter LPCs for produced ships. So that's going to keep going as we go through our custom production. This is exactly why we're going through this, but eventually the Band-Aid will be ripped off and we'll be fine. And there's a sub-ordo or something waiting right here. That's a really big piece of space intestines that I'm going to have to e-burn through in just a second. Because all of these are flying in the wrong direction. Maybe I can skip it right here. And invasion of Azea Post. Oh, that's fine. Dinos, do your dino thing. Domain error probe for 100,000, so that's in the corner of somewhere. That's in the corner of our neighborhood. Yes, Ludic Church. I'll happily work with you on that. But clearly we need to get a little bit more money here pretty soon, because I had the money to buy some blueprints, but right now it looks like I'm just Colony Expedition and Epsilon Gerendusa 2. I feel like I've been there. Stupid expansionist Brighton, I swear to freaking everything. Alright, so one of my questions now is, are our people just going to be continuing to try to, like, bail? And if they are, looks like there's not too much new stuff here. Oh, good. So they're just doing the same thing they were doing. Alright, so there's Kingdom of Terra. Let's go visit Han, which is up here. So surveying derelict ship. Barren world. Oh man, and that was withdrawn before I could even see it. Okay, so that's fine. So we're going to check here real quick to see if there's a blueprint. We can't actually afford administrator, so... Okay, trade. I think one of the issues is that we're going to have to actually up our reputation. Drill factory seems fun. Self-contained production facility. Capable of pumping out tiny tunneler drill things. But yeah, this was the home world. So we're going to check the other planets here, just to see. I'm a little concerned about my supply total, but I think we'll be okay. Don't need too many repairs. Where else can we go here? You know, while we're here, what we need to be doing if we're really trying to make money is check the bars for easy stuff here. Recreational drugs to Bador. That's going to be a no, because they're going to bust me. Storyteller. No. Local and sanctioned bounty board. You're back down here. So that's kind of the opposite of where we're trying to go. This is an extreme danger because it's the good ship Gentle. So we're gonna skip that. But this is the right idea. We need to be trying to find work, because sometimes you'll get some pretty easy work here. So let's check these two places. I don't think either of these places are gonna have what I'm looking for. But yeah, we're just gonna keep losing people here, and that's okay. We're not out on crew yet. We are not gonna pay money for a requisition center. Okay, so open market, they definitely don't have it. Hey guys, do y'all want to work with us? We're paying you an exposure. That's exposure bucks don't work really well, apparently. So we have... Oh, I just flew right past it. So one of the things we need to be doing is looking for like stuff that we can actually do. Like we have all this combat stuff. Fleet departures. We need to be checking the fleet departures a little bit more. So see, this doesn't have some of the blueprints either. So we'll have to take a look. Obviously, it's interesting because they have their revitalization center, but nobody has the thing to actually build the brand gene tech for some reason. Apparently, they will pay a shit ton for this. So will everybody else, but nobody can build it. Everybody needs it. I can't even flip it for a profit. Dockside bar. I need 450 Marines to do that. Well, my Marines keep quitting, so I can't do that. Fuel that urgently needs to be delivered to the diktat here. I'm not gonna do that. And then it's the same thing here, so what a fun face. All right, just regular old bounties then. Okay, we don't want to take on a double bounty again, because we know how that goes. So I think we go up here and we go to the Ludic Path base, and we call it a good time. Because once again, we are just bleeding money. We're gonna lose even more money here in just a second. But once we are through this sort of rebuilding everything phase, then we'll be fine. Invasion of Han by the Ludic Church. Well, that's one thing I could be doing. I could be trying to pop off a lot of these warship things. That looks like a trade fleet. Let's see what you are. Salvage fleet, independent, neutral. I'm not gonna take you on. And then look at this. We're suddenly in a ceasefire. So just like that, we went from fighty fight times to not so fighty times. So that's fun, I guess. It's the way of the world. All right, so we're flying. This is all going for a little while. I hope you all don't mind. The really interesting part of this point is that there's a lot of, like, we need to stabilize happening. But you can see our monthly expenses are going down quite a bit. And part of that's because we're not hostile with everybody right now. But we do have a bunch of unpaid debts. And we're going to have to figure that out here very soon. So maybe we can find some good stuff at one of these planets. Alright, what do we know? What do we know here? Not with the story things here, although the Abandoned Carrier Center... Furthermore, you have found information on an object of interest that might be hidden in the Old High constellation. Well, shit. I should pay more attention. There's the Old High Nebula. Well, I guess, I guess we'll have to take a trip down to exactly where we just were at some point with more people available. Alright, so we're here. And, clearly this is going to be an easy drop and nothing bad is going to happen, right? We do have an unidentified entity. I really hope that's, something good. So drop off in a stable orbit, and the cargo drone extends its arms and drops out. Whatever it is, it's done. So that's 73,000. We got something here. We got something here. If I can survey. I can't survey. Well, we know there's ruins here, so maybe I can get that in a little bit. Huh. A Legion-class battle carrier. We found one. Consider ship recovery. We can't afford to drag this around with us. We could potentially sell it. Obviously, I've featured the Legion battle carrier, the 14th Battle Fleet Legion, in the past. But we know it's here, so we're just going to leave it for now. Since we've already established in the game that stuff stays in space. Alright, so that's kind of an exciting find. It's too bad I can't survey the ruins, because ruins are often how good things tend to happen. Plus, there's the whole, hey, wait a minute, I would really like to take some of my little chips and drop them into stuff. So we know what these are. Where are we going for our quest here? Not you. Bounties. How do I play this game? It's been a little while. Alright, so Anne. In the Anne system. Anne system. Not a system. That would be correct. Alright, so this is a double with the black hole. We have another personal bounty over here. That one's pretty easy. It's kind of on the way home. We may actually hit that one. That's not Anne system. This is Anne system. We actually had a ping from something else, so this is a little too exciting. We're starting to run out of supplies. We're starting to run a little broke again. Just a little. Clearly we have some ludic shit up here. There's our base. And there's a tiny ass patrol. Alright, so dockside bar, what do you got? Cyberjack mod. We're not paying. Ooh, shit. I almost double clicked into that. Schedule theft. And this one's no risk whatsoever. But how much do you pay? That's the problem. It's like this is an easy fleet. But I have no idea how much it pays. Let's try to read this one more time. There is a reward to all starfarers available to provide a future patrol schedule from this system. Appended to this message, you'll find a list of suitable current patrols that will have such files in their bridge computers. So how many days do I have to do this? 60 days. Once again, I just don't know how much you're paying me, so that's one of the first ones I was like, hey, maybe I could do it, but we're gonna dismiss it. No contacts here. Military options. We do have this that's ready for deployment. If we launch a raid, we only have 215 Marines left. That's still light losses for taking a bunch of supplies. That's not even worth it on the fuel, so let's do this. That's fine. We really that is actually a really big boost in why you carry around even just a few Marines. And then you're running like the Dickens. Congratulations. And then we can engage the orbital station. Continue. That's fine. Alright, so I was asked before, what happens if I click these backwards? Will that put my little ships in front? Obviously, we're going to deploy everything. This is a how many star battle? I thought this was supposed to be easier. Apparently not. Alright, well, we'll find out. And look, all my big ships are in the back like they always are. Alright, we're just going to kind of let everybody pilot their own selves. We'll see how this goes. Like, it's just supposed to be a space station. If my fleet gets rocked again, then, hey, I build a bunch of other ships at home. And then our ships at home are a little sadder. But yeah, we have a remnant graviton beam. Attached to this, we have all kinds of tiny fighters. All kinds of scatter shit over here. We have the slowest ship in existence up here. And we already lost Backstreet. So, good show, y'all. And look at that! I have the tiniest shield! Oh, man. Okay. So my goal is to not get killed. And I love that having that tiny shield creates a shit ton of flux. So if we, like, actively shield... Look at this! All the shield I need is right here. So there is Bobby B. No, that's not Bobby B. We already lost Twist of Cain. So we got to get our big ships in there. There's Kashmir, which may be capable of friendly fire. So gotta watch my lines. Okie dokie. Yeah, once we get our big guns in here, Let's see if Kashmir's friendly fire. I hope it's not. Ooh. Didn't have my shield up. That probably wasn't from the station exploding. It's not supposed to be. So we lost a few good ones. I'm very curious to see what the combat total looks like, because this is the kind of by-the-numbers shit that we're gonna have to be able to do to get some cash back. Okay, so Kashmir good. And it's just a party now. Du jour is overloaded. Yeah, we did them all. I love that. All right, so Twist of Cain died. No, it didn't. Huh, interesting. Well, definitely Glimmer didn't make it for Backstreet, but no long-term damage. Just a little bit of embarrassment. And pick through the wreckage. And we get some other shit. Hey, look, we can pull supplies again. That's fun. We did not get more heavy machinery. And we got a Ludic Path bounty. And we got some experience. And we get some salvage. Not a ton, but enough. And Ludic Path Cell is disrupted. Even better. Okay, so you're still running. Neat. Okay, so we are definitely in a search for more money. We have a few more days to get this home. So I think we maybe go over here for the good 100,000 before we go home. Which means, hey, the Genesis project is right here. That's going to be a no. We do have some other potential bounties over here. This one's doable. A barren world in the system with a dwarf primary star. And we don't know where this one is. And near a barren world in a system with these guys are... Why are all these damn bounties hanging out together? I mean, it's necessary at this point. We are going to have to do this. At least the pirate base is a little bit different. But for now, first fight, combat results with the Ludic Path. Was our #1 ship really du jour? Are you shitting me? Are you... That can't be right. Maybe it's right. Du jour, the frigate. Who knew? Who knew? Look at all that damage it did with its XRM launcher and unknown high explosive and unknown energy. That's amazing. That's 300,000 EMP damage for some reason, even though it's only showing 2,000 here. That's total. I can't read. And actually Starsector was one that was doing a lot of it. Electronic Donek doing the Laidlaw mash driver thing. Wingless Pigeon not dying. Hansen question mark is fun. Normandy doing what we know you can. My Neighbor Pedro looking fine. Starskipper, as we saw, kind of was stuck to the side for a while, but was able to engage early with the siege cannon. I don't know what this means, so we're just gonna smile and nod. Choppa Man, Joe Steele doing the Choppa thing. Space Brick doing the Space Brick thing with unknown high explosive. NSYNC not dying. Chickenator not dying. 98 doing the Annihilator rocket thing and taking some damage. We're doing all right. Yeah, Twisted Cain, I thought you died, but you apparently did not die. So I'm not sure what that notification was for. It's fun. It's fine. Welcome back to Starsector. It's been a while. I don't want to say far too long because life happens. And I will say again, I appreciate y'all's continued support and y'all's enthusiasm while waiting for the next episode. I'm hoping there's not going to be other gaps like this, and I do have some other content I'm hoping to be rolling out in the future, so look for a channel update in the near future. For now, we're nearing the end of cycle 261. We have an income problem again, but there is a way out of here, and it's just destroying other shit. Do I have enough supplies? Yes, I do. So we're going to carry on to another mission another day. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do this again very soon. You all take care.